Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Good to have you back in the country. How does it feel back to be here?
That was lovely. I've been here for quite a while. I don't think that people know it.
So tell us a little bit about Showpony, White Buffalo. You're adding a bit of class to the boxing in South Africa.
You can see the big H3. It's showing that the White Buffalo has arrived, Showpony has arrived. You know, we're going to really revive boxing in South Africa and into Africa.
Exactly what boxing needs right now is a bit of class added to it.
And the entertainment.
And the entertainment of it.
We're going to bring boxing back in Africa, not only South Africa where it once was. We're going to bring it back. And I'm very happy to be part of Showpony Promotions with my partner here, Damien Michael.
We want to do things and give opportunities to South African boys overseas and vice versa.
All right, we're going to now talk about Urban War. 5 world titles, 6 titles in total on the card. One's an African title. Main fight of the night is between...
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
I think the most excitement at this whole trip is going to South Africa, and which I've never been to, and it'll be a great opportunity for me to explore South Africa. And meanwhile, take care of business while I'm down there. Actually, I'm very much so looking forward to the fight. Buffalo is a worthy opponent, and it's a great opportunity for me and my family, so let's get it on.
Preparation has been going great. I'm looking forward to a hard fight. It's not going to be an easy fight because I'm fighting a quality opponent. I mean, he's got a tremendous record of 47 fights.
Francois, he's a worthy opponent. He fought some of the great guys out there, Lennox Lewis, he fought Klitschko, I fought Mike Tyson as well, I fought Holyfield, and looks to put up a good fight.
This is going to be a good quality opponent for White Buffalo to once again become the WBF heavyweight champion of the world.
I applaud Francois for taking the fight and accepting me on this opportunity. But it won't be a good night, but it will be a good night for the fans. Purchase your tickets now. It's going to be a great fight. Great opportunity for you to see 2 good heavyweights really throw down. And you won't be disappointed.
Are you happy with these 2 gentlemen fighting for your title?
I've known Francois a long time. He's a quality person, he's a quality fighter. Beating with the best. Michael Grant, former #1, unbelievable fighter. It's going to be a war. I call it a 50-50 fight. And 2 warriors who deserve to be in the ring will be in on the night. It's going to be a great fight.
Are you happy, BSA, with sanctioning this fight?
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm very happy because I believe we are getting into the real future of South African boxing. We need promoters, big-time professional boxers. We've got so much potential when it comes to our boxers and our trainers, and we've got some of the best in the world. But the truth of the matter is that when it comes to actually promoting them, putting them right up there with the best in the world, yes, we've been lacking there. And what a better time to come now than when we also have a minister who is really into it, and we owe it to him not to fail South African boxing. Francois Botha has been there. I think he's one of, if he's not the most legitimate heavyweight ever to come out of South Africa. A 2-time world champion who beat the very best out there. And I want to say thank you to the new promotion, the Showpony promotion. He's also a youngster himself, he should still be in the ring. But if you look at what he has done, the professional way in which he has gathered this, boxing South Africa could not have asked for more. And I also want to say thank you to the WBF. The WBF is really, when you look at the other organizations that are up there, it's a new organization. But if you look at what it has provided for South African boxing, making a difference to the future, putting food on the table of youngsters, it has done much better than a lot of big promotions out there. And sometimes you've got to say that it is not about the organization or the name of the organization, it is about how the organization organizes itself to make life better for everybody else. If you look at this table now, you see the legends of South African boxing being brought by the WBF, being brought by the Showpony promotions, being brought by the presence of the White Buffalo, and it makes things turn around. When Nick Durant is here, when Nick Durant is in boxing, then you know that boxing is here, because that is the face of boxing. That is how much it means for South African boxing, and I believe better and bigger things are coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Zolani. Zolani, you're fighting an old friend who now becomes a foe. Tell me, you had a very successful start to your career. You went from being undefeated, and you had a little bit of a slump. Where are you now? How are you feeling getting into this fight now? Another world title. If you win this, it'll be your 5th. How are you feeling? What keeps you motivated? What's your game plan going into this fight?
My manager, Jody, she's also the one who also pushes me, telling me that Zolani, you're old, but the way you work, the way you fight, you're still young, you can do a lot in boxing. And I believe that also, that I'm also strong. And about this fight, it's the fight that the whole country is looking for it. And we both experienced boxers, me and Ali. So we're gonna give the lovers of the game the great fight at that night. So I'm very prepared about the fight. I've been training the whole year, sitting down to my drawing book. And yeah, I'm ready for the fight. It's gonna be the third fight, and the best man will win.
Now, folks, this has probably been the pinnacle of both your careers now. As they say in the continent, the winner goes on, the loser goes home. How do you feel heading into this fight?
Mahali, we know each other as well. I'm so excited to get this opportunity. I've been inactive for a while, but I didn't stop training. You know very well that I'm working hard. We've been training together in London, and he used to call me tall man. So I'm happy to get this opportunity to fight him.
The world title has always evaded you. You fought for it overseas. You had a draw. Decisions went against you. It's your time. Is it your time? Do you feel it's your time now to get what's yours?
For now, sorry. But this time around, as I said earlier, that we are fighting in the professional level. So I'm going to show people that I'm the great in the division we are fighting with, because we are fighting in the junior welterweight division at the moment.
One of the other titles on the line for the night is none other than very well known Malcolm Claassen will face Rafael Guzman for the super featherweight title.
As I'm want to say is, I've been out of boxing for like 2 years, and I'm like hungrier than before. So whoever will be in front of me will have to be like very cautious that night.
Do you know anything about your opponent? Or should we ask your trainer, your manager? Nick? His opponent, Rafael Guzman? Do you know much about him?
Firstly, I'd like to say good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only MonteCasino. I'd like to say some thank yous first. Firstly, to Southern Sons Hotels for supplying boxing with this phenomenal venue. In the last decade, I've been involved with the opening of many casinos in this country, namely Carnival City, Empress Palace, and now MonteCasino. I believe it's a history-making event for Monte. I've driven past this venue on many occasions and always wished to have boxers fight out of this venue. The time has come and my wish has been granted. To Showpony Promotions and the leader of the show, Mr. Damien Michael, I don't know how to explain or describe him. Maybe ADD, HD, Mr. Whittaker, Mr. Paramedic. You know, I always look at something, and I think it's like boxing at the moment is climbing the Everest, and we got to the final stage prior to summit, and Damien Michael came down as the paramedic and gave us oxygen, and that's what I think he brought to the game, oxygen as well. Very much. With regards to our opponent, our up-and-coming opponent, and you know, I've got 2 fighters on the card, and I'm blessed to have 2 fighters on the card, both in world title fights. I think my guys are in very, very tough fights. The opponents that have been chosen for my fighters are real fighters, are real opponents, are guys that have come and try and win world titles in our country. But I've always said, if you want to be a champion, you must fight real fighters and to become a real champion. Rafael Guzman from Mexico. You all know how tough the Mexicans come. They're pretty much similar to the Philippines. They come to fight, they come to win. But all I can say to Guzman is I hope he's bringing a big, big sombrero, because they're going to need to carry him out on that on the night.
Thank you very much. All right, as you mentioned, Nick, there you do have 2 fighters fighting on the night. The other card that another fighter you have is New Kid on the Block from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Junior Makabu. 14 wins, 14 knockouts. This is the big step up for you, world title. Are you ready? What's your feelings going into this?
And I don't have too much to say. It's my first time to fight the belt. What I can say, I'm waiting for you guys to come and see what happened. I've got not too much to say. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Mr. Michael, the other fights on the card, we have a bantamweight world title against Lababelo Ntu versus Dennis Tiburon. He's an undefeated fighter. Can you tell us about the fighters?
Yeah, Sutu, absolute class, loads of potential. Tiburon's out of Philippines. The guys tend to be very crafty out of there. Levisate die, almost suicidal attitude. So I think we've matched this one to perfection. It's going to be a humdinger, and the Filipino nation itself, it's been streamed out to Mexico, Filipino, Brazil, USA, 15 countries, 4 continents, thanks to Mr. Greg Upton, and it's going to be a cracker. Don't underestimate that fight.
We have a 6th fight on the card. It's an African title, the WBF African title. It's against Ntubisi Buthelezi. He's fighting Jerry Nkohovi. Are you ready? Are you excited? Fighting for a title?
Yes, of course. Glad to fight again. Actually, I don't really have much to say. I just want to thank the Showpony Promotions and BSA for letting me to box again. And yeah, I'm going to make it happen.
Main fight of the night, Mr. Botha versus Michael Grant. And might I just add just a little cherry on the top there, Michael Buffer will be in the country, and Michael Buffer will be our ring announcer. So it's going to be fantastic. So get your tickets at your closest copy ticket. Then the second fight, also co-main fight, we got Funeka against Zolani Maradi, Eastern Cape and the rest of South Africa. That's an absolute cracker. Tiburon against Msutu. What I wanted to add in, the gentleman to my left, Junior here, Francie and I have earmarked him and Nick to really take them to the top. We've got plans in New York next year, and I can tell you guys now, if you want to see something spectacular, come and watch Junior fight. This kid's shit hot. The other fight, Shawnee Tabisu, you got a warrior there. You were in the draft for a year, 10-1, 9 knockouts. You're dealing with a warrior there as well. I feel sorry for the other guy. And then Pedro Otis from Brazil, the guy who Junior's fighting. They call him the Trojan, 23 fights, 19 knockouts. He really is a fighter, but I do feel for the Oak. BSA, Mr. Howard Goldberg, thank you for believing in us. It's going to be a humdinger.